we and I'm happy. I'm happy to share with you everything what I got in my life. I mean, of course, it's kind of about knowledge and about state of mind, or better to say, state of feelings. Today, our session is about feelings. I think for women, it's quite familiar theme, familiar topic, but for men, usually it's not easy to understand what are feelings. But at the same time, it's very important for like for men and for women, to develop feelings. And I offer to start with kind of experiment, and until we're waiting some people come more. So I will play flute for you, and it's flute is about feelings actually. Just little bit introduction. This flute, this is Indian flute for classical Indian music, and from my observation, this kind of music, classical, it's actually Western or Eastern the same. It's not about emotion. It's not for emotional entertainment. It's for feelings, because it's more higher, like I would say, realm of our being. And you can now try to observe what you feel when I will play, and understand what difference between when you listen to emotional music, kind of Western familiar music with rhythm, with a kind of repetition, and this music, because this music it's about flow. You cannot catch emotionally for this music. You cannot catch some kind of familiar melody or some kind of pattern of music. It's unpredictable flow, and then we discuss this kind of thing. So I start, and you can let me know if sound, if you don't hear well, but better to say if I just test now. And lintel, yeah, please show me if you don't hear well like this, if you hear well like this, okay? How does it sound? Okay. Oh, I see many many thumbs. Okay, just to try to feel, try to observe sensations, feelings, even thoughts when they come, but come back to feelings. Okay, friends, how do you feel? You can write in our chat, you can turn on video and show, or you can even talk. You can share with us your feelings. At least I would like to one feedback. Maybe little. Oh, yeah. Hello. Tina. Yes? Hello. Okay. You can write. So, or you can say, you can, I don't know, express your feelings. Okay, let's go on. I felt that in my solar plexus. Okay, this is good. Thank you for this comment, because what is solar plexus? In many traditions, but in many traditions, but better to say in some people who achieved some deep states, and they can share with us real knowledge, not like theory, like solar plexus is like Manipura, chakra, and other things, but solar plexus from people who really experience, I would say, spiritual experience or some subtle experience. They say that solar plexus is the center from which our heart, our spiritual heart, begins. So this is real. This is center of feelings. So it's very nice that you mentioned about solar plexus. So we can feel directly by solar plexus. And my observation also, I can share with you, yeah, when I feel, for example, some fear, some trouble, some kind of tension around myself, like in people or something, I can feel it in solar plexus. I can feel that some sensation happens in my solar plexus. Okay, so now today I want to share with you. Oh, sorry, I will read comments. Very soothing and relaxing. It felt sadness of my ancestors. Oh, it was beautiful, and my body felt to move like a snake or flow like water. Okay, thank you very much. That's mountain, like being in the mountains. Thank you. So you see how many different feelings we have, all of us, and feelings is like, letters. We have in our alphabet like how many letters? Maybe 30, sometimes 28, sometimes 30, in some different alphabets. But the alphabet of feelings, it's eternal. Feelings can be a lot, so many. This is language of our heart. So, but because of we, in our childhood, in our life, we have not only good feelings, we have and kind of fears, like stress, some kind of offense, emotional, emotional, I would say, insults. So we block our feelings, and we it's for us, for human, often it's better not to feel than to feel pain. And that's why we block, yeah, that's why we close ourselves. But at the same time, we block not only bad feelings, we block also good feelings. So we become like rigid, we stop feeling, and we stop being alive. And what happens? Our mind take majority, become boss, and we live in our mind only. And that's why we suffer. That's why we become get bored, no sense of life, some kind of depression and other things. So this my observation, this my knowledge, my experience, because I, as normal person, suffered a lot. I didn't know how to live. I didn't know how to manage with the pain. And thank God, I found the way. I started from yoga, and what yoga does. Yoga gives feelings for body. So I remember my experience. I started to do yoga, and after 3 years, I realized that I didn't realize my body before. So I didn't feel my body. I didn't actually know that I have body. So always, all mind, all consciousness, all attention in mind, in interpretation of life, but not in physical body. So, and the journey, at least my journey, started from feeling of my body, physical body. And I recommend, of course, everyone everyone at all, but for example, who is more motivated, like who have some pain, low energy, some kind of depression, start from physical body to feel body. But I suppose anyone can say, okay, yeah, we do fitness, we do jogging, we do some exercises for body, and we still don't feel good. Like sometimes we feel good, sometimes not, because it's different feelings. When we move very active, when action like running, some kind of fitness, so our attention don't go too deep to start to feel body, because to feel body we need to feel not surface of skin. We need to feel even bone, cords, muscles. So we have to go deeper. And fast exercises doesn't let us go deeper. In the beginning, of course, when we develop kind of good observation of our good feelings of our physical body, we can run, we can jump, we can do whatever, but we always immediately can feel our body. And it's like skill which we never which never lose after we develop it. So subtle feelings of our body, it's like forever, and it's good even to prevent any disease, because every disease has seed, yeah, and when the seed in our body, we can feel it, but if we don't feel our body well, so we start to feel like too late, like when the seed already grows, like in some plant, you know, when we feel pain and we go to doctors and doctor says it's too late, we need to do surgery and other things, yeah. But initially we can feel it in the beginning, as once it occurs, and we can deal it with this with massage, with some kind of, depends on. Actually, I don't go to doctors. I feel my body, and if I feel some pain or something disorder, I work with this like at the beginning. Like I do massage, I sometimes do fasting, and it's gone. It goes. It's no need tablets, no need other things. Okay, this is first step about feelings. Next step is once we do proper physical exercises as yoga or qigong, tai chi, we develop second feelings, I would say, yeah, feelings of emotions. We can start to observe our emotions. Emotions as energy, as some waves in our, even sensation in our body. We can become aware of our emotions. This is also feelings. We can become more aware. How? We begin to see our emotions. 1 second. So, do you have any feedback, anything which resonated with my words, some comments? Is it interesting for you what I say? Or maybe you have your own experience. Please, if you can do it, it would be very nice. I would really appreciate. Okay. Absolutely agree. Okay. Let's go. We need it. Very needed conversation. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So I go next. We have not only physical body. We have more subtle bodies. I think everyone knows this. Even scientists proved it, and they say there is aura around us, and there is some kind of shield around us, and like no doubts already in humanity. So, but we have not only one or only one subtle body. We have more subtle body. Of course, it's I don't. It's subjective expression because it's not. We can we can observe it subjectively. So, of course, some people can see it, but not very rare. Yeah, but we can feel it by ourselves, and we can develop it. And some people, actually, I think even almost every normal people who doesn't have alcohol, who doesn't have drugs, and kind of low quality food, they always present in these bodies. Yeah, it's a physical, emotional, intellectual body and holistic body. So we all have these bodies. Only to to feel it, we need to activate it. It's not it's not like given to us. For us, it's given only physical body, and even intellectual body we activated by when we socialized, when we have parents, school, kindergarten, school, and some social institutes. So this intellectual body we activate it by always develop our mind, and we very well in this. We are masters of our intellectual body. But now everyone is talking about emotional intellect. You see this like in internet and everywhere. Oh, we need to develop it. Why? Because only intellectual body, or I would say intellect, to develop it's not enough. Because it's like only one layer of our cake, our system. And usually you see intellectual people, they not emotional, they don't have feelings, they could be even violent because they too logical, like everything in order, they know everything. But you see, they suffer inside, maybe don't realize, and people around them also suffer. Yeah, because what? Because not enough feelings of physical body, of emotional body. Intellectual it could be very nice, but without previous feelings, intellectual body, it's like artificial intelligence. So like too dry, you know, very, very intellectual, very smart, but dry, you know. And we need to, in this case, we need to activate physical body and emotional body. If person is very smart, it's the intellect is very well. But what I see, the problem, it's actually a lot of men, this problem. They very intellectual, very logical, but not mature. Because emotions, it's like energy, it's like soil for our soul, you know. It's like we have plant, but this plant doesn't grow enough because of not enough water, you know, in this soil. And intellect, when there is no emotion, it's like dry soil with this plant, you know. And in my opinion, we have to start with physical body to feel it. And if we feel it very good, our emotions also open, and we can release a lot of stuff we have. Usually it's not our stuff, it's the collection savings of our ancestors. If you be very, very aware, alert, you can see that a lot of patterns in your behavior, it's not yours, it's like you repeat of your parents, of your grandparents, and maybe even like grandparents. We just don't know them. But for example, I sometimes see, oh my God, it's like where I have it, from where? And for example, I know that my grandfather suffered because he was paralyzed, and 10 years he was paralyzed and until he died. And what he experienced during these 10 days, what kind of thoughts he had, it's like about, it's not positive at all. It's like very, very, very suffering. And I suppose that I carry this through my uh, grandmother, through my father. I got it. Yeah. And I heard many times about that if we develop ourselves, if we grow, if you become more conscious, we release these ancestors in heritage, and all our lineage will be grateful for us, because we release some tension, some kind of negativity or darkness in this lineage. So, but it's of course not easy way, you know. It's like I remember that when I was young, I thought I want to be normal person. I just why I need to experience these kind of all things. Why, like, it's me who have to do some cleansing of our ancestors. I don't know. I didn't do any practice, but I have this idea in my mind that, like, I was chosen by I don't know whom, but these all things. But nowadays, I'm grateful about this, because this challenge which was given to me, even I didn't want it, this challenge helped me to grow, not to stop, because of it was painful to just to not to grow. Okay, so next, I want to, I have some prepared something. Okay, now about practice. Let's do some practice. I recommend to people, if they really want to change their life, to start in any cases, if not good health, if no enough energy, if they want to be more positive and other things, start from scanning the body, physical body. So we scan from top of head, we scan our physical body till our toes. Let's do it. You don't mind? So just we test. We will do test, and then you can find more knowledge about this. Actually, there is in my course this technique, reverse aging. So you can look there. Oh, actually, I will send you my Instagram, and sometimes I publish some news about new releasing. Okay, so let's do scanning. How we do? We close our eyes, we sit with straight spine, and we put attention on top of head. We can with closed eyes. And then we spread our attention to forehead and collect attention here until we have clear sensation of it. Usually it's when we put attention, we can immediately begin to feel this part more aware, more alive. You can try it to put forehead, and then once you feel it, then we go down and face eyebrows, we can feel it, and then we can feel eyes, and eyes we can feel like fully, not only the surface of eyes, but fully even inside try to feel it, like, and it gives you some kind of interesting experience. And who have kind of problem with eyes, tension, they can heal it by our attention, by giving them actually our attention. Like when you put attention to any part of yourself, so you bring their energy, and energy always brings electricity, and electricity brings blood and lymph circulation. So we activate this part, which why we have some problem, because we call it block or something, pain, because not enough circulation. Okay, let's do. Now we from eyes we go to nose and observe nose, and you can feel nose more clear, this part. Okay, then we go to lips. And observe lips. And then we spread our attention to chin, to jaws, to cheeks, and observe. And we can feel that more you bring a life in these parts. They become more alive, more, they have more sensations. Even you can feel heat or warmth. Okay, then we go up to ears, and then when our ears are full of sensations, we go to temples and come back to top of head, and you like explore this from your head inside, and you can feel it like you inside your body, and sensations a little bit outside from you. Now we go from top of head, we go to back of the head, and this very important part in our brains, this very important part, and usually we have block here, we have tension. Quite often people have tension here, and this part, the back of head, I forgot this word of this brain. A second, I will look. And this part connect to our solar plexus. So if you, for example, have some, for example, tension, some kind of fear, like when you squeeze, like from solar plexus, usually it connects to back of head, and you can have the problem with this also, with this part. So it means that we need to we need to release the tension from solar plexus and from back of head. Okay, now we go down, we go to the neck and throat, and observe this part. And observe this part, and then from throat we goes to our chest and observe our chest. The more detailed you are in observation, the better. So you can try to even observe any centimeter in your body. But usually if you have some blocks, we immediately discover it, because we can see that our attention goes freely in some part and suddenly stop, and you can feel like more tension. It's like our attention doesn't go freely through this part. It's please don't be afraid of this. It's not problem at all until it's pain. It's just could be something new for you that you never observed before. You know, it could be some emotions. If it's in chest, if it could be some kind of tension. If it's in solar plexus, in some kind of stomach area, because in stomach area, the most we have tension, because it's very vulnerable part of us. Usually it's energetic kind of insults. It affects our stomach area. So now from the chest we go to ribs. This part, left part, right part, and we scan this, and then we scan our solar plexus area. And this is the place when we can discover a lot of things. Our gallbladder, our liver, our stomach, and guts, and other things. So I suggest to observe this part every day. And it's better if you observe it, if you lying down on the floor, and you can do massage with fingers. You can softly press this part, and you can discover also many things. But it's good news that if you do this, you will bring energy to this part, and slowly you recover, like circulation and blocks will go. If you have chronic disease, it could be a long story. I have this, so I do it already many years. It's from my childhood. So some problems with digestion system. But at the same time, I feel very good. I eat any food if I want. So I, how to say, prevent any kind of big problems. Of course, for some people, it's it given like without any, how to say, efforts. But for some people, we need to work with this. For me, I have to do it. I have to massage my stomach quite often. So, and then we go low belly, and low belly also our reproductive system, also a lot of organs, a lot of could be some blocks there, and so we observe it, massage, and we bring life there again. And then we come to the muscles of the pelvis floor, and it's like our base. Yeah, we can concentrate there our attention, and if you concentrate there, you also can experience many interesting effects. For example, if you feel very good this bottom, yeah, you can also begin to feel top of the head. It's like connection between bottom and top, but naturally, yeah, not like, okay, I have to connect them. It's also some practice, some techniques you can connect, but the best technique when you begin to experience something naturally, without our like intention. Suddenly, okay, our attention to be in the muscles of pelvis floor, and suddenly you feel on the top of head also like something opening. Okay, then we come back to our neck, the back of head and neck, and now we scan back side of our body. So we're scanning our shoulder blades, the muscles of neck, shoulders, also back part of ribs, our spine, our muscles of spine, and vertebrae. So you can also discover some kind of maybe blocks in your vertebrae, in your spine, connected, for example, to some kind of stomach area. So many things you can discover. It's the more you discover, the better, because when we discover something, when we put our attention to any blocks to our body, we bring their energy, we bring their, I would say, medicine. We heal our body by our attention. Okay, then we scan our low back, our sacrum, iliac muscles and bones, coccyx, our buttocks, and again coming back to muscles of the pelvis floor. You can compare now the parts of your body which still are not scanned by your attention and the parts which we already did. And you can notice difference. You can feel these parts are more alive. Let's do it let's do it with parts which we haven't scanned before. It's our hands, our arms. So let's do it. Now we put attention to shoulders. Then from shoulders to elbows, this part of muscles, we scanning. And is my observation, this part of muscles always relax, and usually there is no any problem with this, any blocks. And our attention goes so free from this part, so nice. And by this, you can understand how it could be in all your body. It's like there are some parts which have no blocks, have no tension. So, but then we can go to elbows, and in elbows we can have some maybe traumas or some kind of old pain. But if not, it's very good. Yeah. Then from elbows we go to wrist, to our forearms, and observe them. And you can feel more sensation in our arms. Then we come to wrists, and from them we go to our palms. And we try to put attention in each finger and in palm. And you can discover that our palms, our hands, very sensitive. It's one of the most sensitive part. We have very sensitive face, the part, and hands and feet. Yeah. And when you put attention in our palms, in our fingers, you can feel even tickling inside. It's like electricity. And as once you develop it, you can immediately, you can activate with your attention any part of your body. Okay? So now we come from fingers, fingertips, we come back to shoulders, and then we go again to our pelvis, and from the pelvis we put now our attention in pelvis fully, and then we move from pelvis to our knees through our thighs and hips, and also observe them and feel them with our attention, with our consciousness. Then we come to knees. From my experience, it's very, I would say, interesting feelings when you put your attention in knees. It's like, knees is like transformators. It's not just bones. It's like kind of center of distributing energy in our legs. It's very interesting in my observation. And so it means if you give attention to our knees, to your knees, it's for health very good. It's good for your regeneration, for your power. And from knees we go through our calves and shins. We go to ankles. Actually, calves, these muscles, usually also very relaxed, and usually we feel it like very nice part for our attention. Our attention go through the calves easily. Only pleasure we have. So now we have our attention in ankles, and then very important part of our body for grounding, for becoming more centered. It's feet. This is feet. So we put our attention. It's like our attention pours into feet, and our feet becomes like a little bit heavy or full of something, some kind of sensation. And you can feel like all the attention, it's like goes down to your feet, and it makes us more relaxed. Our mind stop being like moving, all the thinking. Like we begin to more aware, more present in the moment, in this moment. As once we bring our attention to feet. Explore this. It's very interesting observation you can have. So, and this practice, usually we come back from feet to top of head, and then back, and as much you want. You can do it even when you're laying down, when you're sitting with crossed legs, when you're sitting on chair. So, and by doing this, you activate emotional body or energetic body also. You prepare your consciousness, your mind for this, because to activate fully, it needs already some kind of practice like Qigong, yoga, meditation, like meditation in moving when you go meditate, but you move. This more difficult, more like kind of not easy in comparison with when you sit, when you're stable, when you sit, don't move. This easy to observe, but also we can learn it in motion. Why? Because we always mobile, we always move, and to be aware when you move, it's very good. Yeah, we bring this experience, we bring this practice to our normal life. What about conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, depression, etc.? Thank you for the question. You know, this practice of scanning body, it is healing. It can use for any person in any condition. Only for people who is sick already quite heavy, the challenge is more high, so they need to work with this kind of practice more. And for them it will be not easy, because why we have this disease? As I already mentioned, it is not enough circulation in our, for example, diabetes, in our glands, blood pressure in our vessels, depression. Depression is also blocked. It's not enough circulation in our feelings. Like we squeezed like this. We don't realize it. That's why we are sick. As once we realize it, the sickness is gone. So, but of course we need to start with kind of more solid matter. It's our physical body, yeah, it's our organs. And when we scan, we observe, we notice that there is some blocks, there is some attention. We can be even frightened of them, yeah, because it's new for us. I'm talking because I experienced this a lot, and I still experience. So when I observe this, oh my God, some kind of in chest, some kind of tension, like this. Like, oh my God, maybe it's some disease or something. I feel it. Okay. Then after a few days, I see it's gone. Then after 1 week it come. Then after 1 month it's come again. Then it go. So I understand that my body is a life like matter in which there are a lot of processes, always processes. This. My body reacts to some kind of atmosphere or something, and I don't have to afraid of this. I understand that it's okay. So, and in the beginning, when you observe it, it's quite scary, because you don't know before this. You don't know what is it. You don't know how to react to this. Yeah, but you cannot bring any harm to yourself by scanning, because what is the scanning? Scanning, it's bringing consciousness. Consciousness is the medicine. Consciousness is light. What is disease? It's darkness. There is something which there is no consciousness in it, not enough light in it. So even you can actually, when you observe, when you feel some kind of blocks, you can imagine some light and bring light there. Only I recommend, what you don't have to do, don't fight with your blocks, with something which you don't like, some kind of fears, or something like inside you. Don't fight with this. Don't like ignore this. Like, okay, I don't want to feel it. Accept this. Accept, but you can have intention that it will go someday. Yeah. But don't fight. Don't say, okay, I don't want to experience anymore. I want you to run. No, because the more you fight with it, the more strong like it becomes. This is how to say, it's not secret, but this kind of opposite of what we are taught of in our life, in our social life, in our behavior. We are taught to fight, to achieve, but in subtle realm, we don't have to fight, because fight is from mind. But subtle realm, it's not about mind. And here another laws. This laws about love, about acceptance. And when we go inside, we have to relax, we have to accept, we have to appreciate, even be gratitude for whatever we experience, we have inside. And by doing this slowly, you can become more experienced. You understand how it works for you, and you notice that it's better for you. It's like you have more energy, more your mood is more high, more positive. Of course, you can in the beginning maybe you can face some challenges, some kind of blocks, but it's how to say it tests for you how you how much you trust, how much you believe, how much you have faith in yourself. Thank you very much. I'm really enjoying this session. Unfortunately, I have to take leave. Hopefully, you can catch up the rest through a recording. Take care. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, if you would have some question, it would be more particular benefit for you, because I'm talking through my experience, from my own way. Okay, and if you don't mind, I will give you last tip about this practice, about feelings. One, I told you about scanning the body, and another one, it's more advanced, but at the same time, it is so natural for us. How we can also heal us, or because to activate our feelings, it's healing. That's why I'm talking about healing. It's more practical, yeah, not just to activate our feelings. That's for what, yeah. So in this method, we can communicate with space, with atmosphere around us. So the more we are into our space, for example, I have space around myself, and the more I spread my attention, my consciousness into this space, the more alive I become, the more feelings come to me, or the more I become sensitive. Because the space, it is light, or it is consciousness by itself. We just don't understand this. But the consciousness around us everywhere. And the more we are into the space, at least sometimes when you walk somewhere and just suddenly just spread your attention around yourself, and you can notice so many new things. You can begin to hear new sounds, new smells,